Alright people, today I'm gonna show you how to make a very cheap and very effective pack bait for carp fishing that's also very durable, meaning you can prepare the pack bait today and you can go fishing next week and it's still gonna be fresh and ready to use. So my pack bait has three general components, and I'm saying general components because each of them has like 1,000 alternatives and the exact item is absolutely not important. But the three general components are: one, some kind of cereal. It doesn't matter what kind of cereal. Two, some kind of bread. It doesn't matter what kind of bread, and you don't need a lot of bread. You're gonna need mostly cereal. And three, some kind of liquid or preferably juice to mix the cereal and the bread, which are both dry. And number four is not really a component, but I consider it a prerequisite for this recipe. Some kind of blender or food processor, or I don't know what you call these things, but you know what I'm talking about. I'm using a Ninja because obviously I'm a ninja. But if you're not a ninja, you can use whatever you have in the house. It doesn't matter what you have in the house. I know you have something in the house that can blend food. It will be just good enough to blend cereal and bread, believe me, okay? But without a food processor, I'm telling you early, this whole recipe is just not gonna work without some kind of blender. You can try it, but you're gonna hate the experience. It's gonna get messy. It's not gonna be beautiful and easy as it is with blender. So right now, let's just make the pack bait and show you how it's done. And then I'm gonna give you some more tips about alternatives for each of these items here. All right, so the first item we're gonna blend is the cereal. Let's do a dose of cereal here, and don't be stingy because the cereal will be your main component, okay? So fill her up. Kind of difficult with one hand. Okay. And here we go. Okay, that's enough. It doesn't have to be perfectly fine dust. I'll tell you why in a second. But let's put it here first. Let's do this with one hand. It will fall. Yep, that's what I was waiting for. I know it's gonna fall, but that's okay. Okay, so this is what my cereal looks like, and this is why I like using some kind of blender, because this now is so easy to work with. But now let's blend some bread and mix it with this stuff. Alright folks, it was hard to put the bread with one hand and with the other, hold the camera, because I had to kind of chop it up. But I have about 8 slices here, but it looks like it's full, but actually, if you look, the bottom of this whole thing is empty. So I always have volume-wise more cereal than bread. The bread is just like glue. It's to hold cereal just perfectly tight so you can cast very far and keep it longer on the feeder if you're fishing in current. So depending on the conditions, you might want to add more or less bread if you want more glue or less glue, but you always need a little bit of bread. But let's put the lid on this guy and blend it and show you how the whole thing looks when they mix together. Here we go. And that's all you need for the bread, folks. The bread, you know, you need to blend it even less than the cereal. Let's put it here and see what it looks like. I know it's gonna fall in the bucket again. Yep. All right. So actually it looks like this time I used too much bread. That's because I don't have kind of exact proportions, and I eyeball stuff every time, and it works every time. But let me mix it and show you what a beautiful mixture this becomes. By the way, I mean, it's such a waste that you cannot kind of smell the smell in my room right now. This stuff, cereal and bread, this mixture, my friends, is absolutely amazing. Mix it real good with your hands. Oh my God, is this amazing stuff. Okay, so basically what we prepared in the bucket right now is the dry mixture that they sell in any carp store, at least in Europe, but even in America you can buy this dry mixture. Not even in carp stores. This is dry mixture for pack bait that I bought from, it was not even a carp store, but they still sell it. But you know, I bought several of these packs, and okay, you can't smell them anywhere right now, but I promise you that this one right here, I don't want to say the exact name, but this one does not, when you open the bag, does not smell as good as mine. I promise you that. And it costs $6.50 for, you know, a much smaller pack. You know, you're never gonna spend that much money on just bread and cereal. You're gonna make a lot of, you know, bait with my recipe with $6. And I just think mine is richer because there is everything in the cereal. There is honey flavor, natural honey flavor. There are nuts. There is sugar, which sugar is the best carp attractant in my opinion. Sugar is better than vanilla, than pineapple, than strawberry. Sugar is the best carp attractant. So cereal is already so rich out of the box with sweetener, with attractants, and it's just very rich in energy. A lot richer than what they're gonna put in this box. You can kind of see here there are particles of corn. So this one, the one out of the store, some of them are better than others, but my point is, if you make this just bread with cereal, this will outsmell whatever you buy in these bags here, and in my opinion it will also outfish them. Now the last part of my recipe is some kind of natural juice or mixture, just liquid to mix my dry mixture. Okay, now you can do this with just lake water, and because my mixture is so rich, it will be totally fine with lake water. I do this just for fun and just so I feel better, but I doubt that there is any kind of statistically significant improvement from using this instead of lake water. But anyway, this is how I always do it, and I'm telling you how I do it. So if you want to use lake water, I think you'll be just fine. But these are my favorite mixtures, and they're kind of in this order. My number one favorite mixture is just cream style sweet corn. The whole thing, just dunk it in. I use this guy the most because it's the cheapest, and I've caught so much fish with it that my confidence in this one is 100%. My second favorite is sweet potatoes. This thing is just pure gold. I suspect it works better than the sweet corn. And make no mistake, even though these are big chunks, once you start mixing them with my pack bait, the chunks completely disintegrate and just blend with the pack bait, so you have one nice dough. And I mean, some of my best fishing sessions, even when I was collecting footage for this video, my best results were with this guy here. The only downside is I've never seen it come in small packages like this, and it can be expensive. Like this can you can buy for 30 cents, and this is $1.40. So, you know, that's the only downside, but if you don't mind spending $1.40, or if you're gonna do a bigger bucket of mixture, go with the sweet potatoes, just trust me, okay? Then pineapple, you know, if we don't count sugar, my favorite carp flavor is pineapple. The second favorite is vanilla, and then I don't like anything else. Strawberry doesn't work for me. Strawberry, all I get is channel catfish and turtles. I don't know why. Strawberry is just not a good carp attractant for me. Pineapple or vanilla is all I do. I know there is many others that work. I'm telling you, I only do as flavors pineapple and vanilla. And corn, of course, if you want to count corn as a flavor. And finally, sometimes instead of the cream style sweet corn, I'm going to use the whole kernel. And, you know, you can mix it there, and do not spill the juice. The juice is what you need. I see people spilling the juice out of the can and using only the corn. Why would anybody in their right mind throw out the juice? I mean, the juice has the sugar and the flavor. That's what you need for the mixture. Do not spill the juice. The juice from this can is like carp gold. Okay? But the reason sometimes I go with this over this is if I don't have fresh corn in the house, and then I go with this because I also use some leftovers from the can for hook bait. Okay, but yeah, that's what I use. Let's mix one of them and show you how it works. Hey, by the way, so these are the cheapest cans, and I have a can opener on the boat. But if you don't have a can opener with you and you don't want to worry about a can opener, you can buy the exact same cans, but they come with this kind of lid that you can open on the lake. They cost a little more, maybe 10 cents more, but if you don't want to bother, look when you are buying them, look for the ones that you can open on the lake yourself. But let's open one and mix it and show you what it looks like. Now, before I dump this liquid gold in my mixture, if I were going fishing next week or 2 weeks from now, all you need to do is these protein boxes, believe it or not, are 10 years old. I don't do any weightlifting anymore, maybe more than 10 years old. But you need one of these plastic boxes that seal on top, okay? So what I do is I put my mixture in one of these and I just close it and seal it. And this will stay dry. I mean, I have here panko breadcrumbs that are 1 year old. This will stay more than a year fresh. Okay, just put it in a good plastic box and seal it. Take it with you to the lake. Take this guy to the lake or one of these that you can open there and mix them on the lake, and you can prepare everything very early and have everything ready for your fishing session. And now let's dunk it and see how it actually works. And guys, don't dunk the whole thing at once, because most likely you're not going to have more dry mixture available to add. You can always add more of this or more water if it's too dry, but if you put too much at once and it becomes too soft, you're not going to be able to make it stiffer. So this is what it looks like. I'm going to need some light closer. And well, this will get messy on camera. But it actually takes very little time for this to become tight dough. And the reason I use bread is without the bread, the cereal just doesn't pack very tight, even if you grind it to a dust. And if you need to cast far, or put this around a feeder that's not very, doesn't hold pack bait. Oh my God, look at this already. Look at this, guys. Look at this. This just looks, I want to go fishing right now. This just looks like I don't even need to work this mixture anymore. It's already so good. It's already so good, and I put only half a can. This, oh my God, it smells so good. Look, you can pack this around anything. You can pack it around any feeder, and you can cast this very far, and just look at this. This is the good stuff. It's got the corn, it's got the sweetener from the cereal, it's got a ton of carbs, it's got some honey and nut attractants. This is the good stuff. Okay, at the same time, it has some particles that are dry, that when this falls in the water, they will kind of pop and start floating. Okay, so this is now done, and we can start fishing with this. Now, if anyone is still around after all of this, I'm gonna show you some video of me preparing this bait on the lake and catching some fish with it. Now it's 11 p.m. I'm gonna go put this in the fridge, and I'm gonna use it tomorrow, but the fish that you're gonna see in the following footage were already caught last week.